Noticing a lot of scruffy yet ingeniously placed graffiti appearing around London, I recognised the style of an old art school buddy of mine, so I caught up with him down a suitably deserted heel cafe on the outskirts of North London. The following is the interview I conducted there with the anti-street artist known as Choffa De Begaine, which I have highlighted with examples of his work. Hello mate, it's been a while. I see you've been busy recently.
Yeah, you could say that.
Can you tell me why all the slogans you've been leaving around the place are focused on food?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of reminding people of English traditional food, you know. We're not very famous for food, I know that. But we've been losing ourselves in like a sea of curry and pasta and kebabs, fried chicken and all that stuff. So my little slogans are just, they're textual, but they're putting pictures of old British traditional food back into people's heads. That's it.
You always use text. Why have you rejected stencils and more artistic designs, eh?
You know, I'm an anti-street artist. You know, I think aesthetics are pointless. Not into aesthetics. You know, beauty, cleverness, all that clever stuff around, all the decoration of the streets. I find that all boring and dull.
So, you reject all other types of graffiti?
No, not at all. You know, graffiti's horrible. And was that a chicken? I could hear a chicken. There's a lot of chickens around here. It's definitely a chicken. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, graffiti is a really old and honourable and ancient tradition, you know. That's definitely a chicken. Anyway, I'll press on. You know, what I'm against is the way that street art has subverted public places and made them sterile like art galleries. You know, I don't want to walk about in an art gallery. If I want to go to an art gallery, I'll go to an art gallery. But if I want to catch the bus down to the supermarket, that's definitely a chicken, man. I don't know what's going on. Never mind. Yeah, if I want to catch a bus or something, I don't need to be in an art gallery. You know what I mean?
Okay, I get it. Just curious, but where did you get the name Choffa De Begaine? It's very unusual for a working class East End bloke like you.
Yeah, well, see, my old grandma told me that we're distant relatives of the Da Vinci's. Yeah, believe it or not. Also of the Marquis de Sade, apparently. In fact, the old lady told me that we're related to anyone with a da or a de in their name. I don't know, that's what I was told.
So, are you related to Dada then?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. Maybe.
So, what do you use to put up your slogans? Tell me about your tools and materials.
Well, you see, I use chalk, you know. I take trips down to the South Downs, sometimes up to Norfolk, and I like dig out great big chunks of chalk, pure chalk, you know. And then I'll bring it home and I sort of process it into the sizes and lumps that I need for whatever project I'm working on.
Yeah, well, why chalk? Why not paint?
Well, you see, it's because chalk is temporary, you know. You know, chalk fades away, and that's how it should be. We don't want to leave permanent marks around the place. We want things to slowly degenerate, just like all of life, you know. That's the way things are. You know, anti-street art can't be recuperated because it won't be there. You see, you know, I remember when graffiti was just like people scribbling on bog walls, you know what I mean? It was just like writing, you know, with the odd crude sort of the odd crude kind of drawing or something, a knob or a willy or something, you know, really crude. And I like that crudeness, and so I'm not really a graffiti artist, I'm a graffitiist.
I see. I'm interested to know how you manage to place your daubs on so many famous buildings. Don't you ever get caught?
Well, this is where it's going to get tricky. You're going to find this hard to believe. You know, I told you my relatives have sort of come from very sort of lines of very sort of famous artists and scientists and inventors and explorers, and was clearing out one of my great uncle's old mansions in Yorkshire, and I came across some of his papers, and there was this interesting scientific paper with some diagrams and stuff, and I kind of followed it, and what it turned out to be was a kind of cloaking device. So I built the thing following his design, and voila, it's a cloaking device.
So what you're saying is you can become invisible?
Well, not invisible exactly, it's more that the cloaking device kind of distracts the viewer. I don't know exactly how it does this, but it can even do it to CCTV cameras. So basically, I can go wherever I want, do whatever I want, and no one can remember seeing it. Whether they really see it and then forget, or whether they just don't see it at all, I don't know, but that's how it is. And I know it's difficult to believe, but there you go.
Well, even if you're using this cloaking device, you still have to climb up very high at times. Must be extremely dangerous.
Well, not really, due to my levitation abilities.
What? So you can fly too?
Well, not really like fly. It's more like float, I guess. Floating. Yeah.
Well, it's a lot to take in, to be quite frank.
Yeah, I know, it's hard to believe, but you tell me this. How else would I be able to get up to number 10 Downing Street and write graffiti all above the door? You explain that then.
Frankly, I can't. Which leads me to my penultimate question. Some people are saying that your interventions are not real at all. How do you respond to the accusation that you create your so-called anti-street art with a mouse on a computer?
Yeah, well, I suppose it just underlines the general lack of faith these days, you know. I mean, I operate 100% in the real world, even if I'm from another planet, you know. As it goes, I'm the Earth's one and only off-world graffitiist. Even if I'm on-world, I'm kind of off-world, right? You see, the thing is, seriously, I take what I do very, very seriously. You know, I make these statements using a cloaking device and my levitational abilities and big chalk blocks I dig out the ground. I don't know how anyone can doubt the truth of that. That's just the way it is, you know. I mean, anyway, soon AI is going to be replacing most artists, but when's AI going to be able to do street art? I mean, I don't like street art. I'm an anti-street artist, but you know, AI is going to have problems with that unless we're going to have like robot graffiti artists roaming about the place with fucking spray cans and all that jazz. But you know, I'm 100% for real. I'm an anti-street artist, the one and only. I'm from another planet, and that's what it is, man.
So, what's next for the anti-street art movement? Any plans?
No, well, it's not a movement, you know. It's only me, you know. And I guess pretty much soon I'll have run out of most of traditional English food and cuisine to like write about all over the place. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I'll probably just fly off to Southeast Asia for a few years and go snorkeling. I like snorkeling, you know. For me, an idea is never real unless it's born while submersed in water. That's where I get my inspiration, so that's what I'll probably be doing, and I'll probably be back at some point.
Well, thanks for your time today, and good luck with the snorkeling.
Yeah, cheers, mate. It's been nice catching up with you. I'm sorry about the chickens that seem to be roaming about. I know what went on there. But yeah, it's been good to catch up with you again. Good luck with the channel and all the other stuff you're doing, the polar bears, the penguins, and all your other brilliant ideas. And I'll catch you later, man. Cheers.